Today we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what I decided to do, instead of doing it in the office, will actually get you out. I'm gonna do a 5-minute walking tour of each of those communities so you get a little taste of what each one is like. And those communities are gonna be Henderson, Nevada, Summerlin, the #1 master plan community. We're gonna go to Southern Highlands, and we're gonna be talking about Lake Las Vegas. And on a side note, I'll be mentioning Boulder City. So once again, we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and that tour is about to get started right now. Now we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and I decided to take you on a quick walk, a little walk of each, to kind of give you a taste of what each one may be like. Now, I'm actually in Henderson, Nevada, which was ranked by the FBI during certain points of different years to being either the top 1 to 5 safest cities in America. You can Google that. Henderson, Nevada, safest cities in America, rankings, whatever. And it's also voted one of the most walkable cities. And you can see I'm actually out here at a place called Green Valley Ranch, right down the street here. You've got the pool, you got the library, community centers, everything you could possibly want. But look how nice and quiet these streets are right now. I'm going for a walk. It's in the morning time. And one thing I really like about a lot of these master plan communities in Henderson is that when you go for a walk, it's enjoyable. As I mentioned, Henderson being ranked one of the safest cities and walkable cities, it's very family orientated here, and you're going to notice that theme all the way throughout Henderson. You're going to find all these little communities that have little parks and walking trails and little cool niches like these things here. I mean, just all kinds of cool things just right here at your fingertips here in Henderson as you're walking around. Now I'm actually going to walk you down to the park, which is right down the street here. And what you can notice is that even right from the main center of the district, which was right on the corner, and I do have another video where I show you the district, that is where people go to get their coffee in the morning. You can go there for lunch. They have so many restaurants, and at night they have live music, a splash pad for the kids, etc. But what's great is even right from there, you can walk, access this trail that I'm on right now, this walking trail that I'm on here in Henderson. And there's a park right here that's gonna have all kinds of goodies in it. We'll just go take a peek at it real quick. So we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and you're gonna notice they all have these things in common. They typically are all located among walking trails and parks. Typically, there's golf courses in the neighborhood, guard-gated community, and of course, you're gonna find the most expensive homes in some of those communities, but even right down here, you can find really affordable homes. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna show you one here in just a second, I'll take you in a home, is that when they design these communities, they design them for everybody. And so, at the top of the hill, you may have homes that are like 10 million, 5 million, but as you come down the hill, you'll see the prices start to fall within a good margin, so that you can maybe get a house for $500,000, $500,000. That's probably a good price point. But what's great is that everybody has access to this lifestyle here, which is the walking trails, the parks, everything you could possibly think of when you're thinking about the best communities and the best of everything here in Las Vegas. So if you are looking at some of the best neighborhoods, once again, keep in mind, you're looking for the ones that have the real nice walking trails, the ones that have the parks, maybe close to golf courses, and if you can see a 55+ community. And that's a real interesting thing to say because look at this. You got basketball courts, horseshoe pits, huge open park right here. And this is Henderson, probably, one of my favorite parts of the Green Valley. But you're gonna find these parks all the way throughout Henderson. And so once again, if you have a map out, if you look up 55+ communities, those are retirement communities, and Henderson actually has several of them. You've got Sun City Anthem, and Sun City, McDonald Highlands, but those 55 plus communities create like a buffer zone. Obviously they're very quiet because you know, they do sit on a golf course, but you can only live in there if you're 55 plus. So you can also check that out. If you are thinking about retiring in Henderson, maybe check out some of those videos I've done on retiring in Las Vegas and some of those communities. So once again, we're talking about the best neighborhoods. We're talking about some of the things that they all are gonna kind of have the same identifying point. Hummingbirds, look at that. I just spotted a hummingbird right here in one of the best and safest communities in Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada. So once again, if you yourself are thinking about moving to Las Vegas, we're gonna be talking today about Henderson, Nevada, Summerlin, the #1 master plan community, Southern Highlands, Lake Las Vegas, and Boulder City. And I'm gonna take you guys down right now, and we are going to continue our tour, and we're gonna do that right now. So here we are in Summerlin, walking down a walking trail. And as I mentioned before, almost all the best communities in Las Vegas are situated on a walking trail. Now, notice this, we're getting ready to go underneath a road and out to a community center that is gonna have a pool, a basketball court, baseball, batting cages, playgrounds, all kinds of stuff. Let's take a walk. Let's go check this out. So here we are. We're at a place which is called the Trails Community Center up here in Summerlin. And what you're going to notice about most of all the best communities in Las Vegas, they all situated around walking trails, master plan communities, and community centers just like this one that we are walking around right now. Look how beautiful those flowers are on these bushes. They're like purple and violet. Do you see that? That's gorgeous. So anyhow, once again, those four are going to be Summerlin, which is where we're at right now. You can see the beauty of Summerlin already before we even get into the heart of it. And what's so nice about this is that most all the other communities like Henderson have community centers and walking trails. Like Southern Highlands, they have parks. I don't think they have a community center. And then also Lake Las Vegas, which is more on the outskirts of town, but already notice how beautiful this is and what makes it one of the best neighborhoods. If you live here, whether you have kids, young kids, even just for young kids right here, look at this little playground. Let's go check this out. Right behind it's gonna be a pool. They're setting up something out here. That wasn't up here the other day. They must be getting ready to do an event out here. One of the interesting things about Summerlin, Henderson, Southern Highlands, they do a lot of community events, which makes it really nice for the family. Check out this playground for the kids. Isn't this gorgeous? Everything in Summerlin, for some reason, always looks new. Summerlin probably, that's why it's the #1 rated community in Las Vegas. By the way, Summerlin's rated #1. I'd probably say Henderson ranks after that, followed by Southern Highlands. And the only reason why Lake Las Vegas probably would be 4th is they don't have schools and resources like these other communities do, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. So you can see that here's the pool, and you can already tell that it's 8 o'clock this morning right now, but later on, you definitely might want to be by that pool because it might get a little hot today, at least 100 degrees. So we're gonna walk around here. We're gonna check out this park. You can see people are out walking their dogs this morning, enjoying the day. Good morning, how are you doing? You like Summerlin?
I've been here 31 years, I love it.
31 years, love Summerlin. I mean, it is beautiful up here. So you gotta think, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Here we are. You got basketball courts. Right behind me, you're gonna see these huge baseball fields, everything. I mean, you know, when you're in Summerlin and you can just go from trail to trail, by the way, 50% of the land use up here is recreational. It really makes it such an amazing place to live. So once again, we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas. Right now, we're in Summerlin. We're gonna be heading over to Henderson, Southern Highlands, and Lake Las Vegas. If you don't know where to live and you're looking for advice, pick up the phone, give us a call. This is totally interactive. You can make a comment below and we'd be happy to answer that for you. Take care. So once again, we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and I brought you up here to Southern Highlands, a lesser known community in Las Vegas, but actually it's now becoming one of the most popular because a lot of the NFL Raiders have moved over to this area because it's close to their practice facility and they can get up to the stadium, etc. So one thing that kind of kicked that off was right here at this park and another park down the road. When they first moved here, and they still do sometimes, they come out and they actually practice here, so you can sometimes see professional athletes down here in these parks, and a lot of the locals love that. So we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and we've seen Henderson and Summerlin, and this one, of course, I would say is probably in the number 3. I'm gonna take you over, I'm gonna show you a splash pad and a basketball court, this little playground area that they have up here for the kids that they love. So just here at this family park, you have this walking trail behind me that goes all the way through. You've got a playground here, like I said, the basketball court and the splash pad. And as we start to turn, I'm gonna make my way through these trees, is when you're talking about the best neighborhoods, once again in Las Vegas, they all seem, like I said, to center around that same basic concept of they have the walking trail, they have the park. This one does have a golf course. There is a golf course called the Southern Highlands Golf Course, which is right down the road. And having a place for people to socialize such as this, especially for the kids. So if you're not familiar with Southern Highlands and you're not really have an idea of what it's just like a little mini, kind of like a smaller version of a Henderson or Summerlin, because I'd probably say it's like 2 of the villages in Summerlin, where Summerlin is just huge, but here, you do have some parks, you do have that master planned community mindset, you have all the amenities that you're used to seeing, just like this right behind me. And so, go on my website. If you haven't had a chance to do so, go on LasVegasRealEstate.org. Take a look at some of the homes that are available. You can find homes in here starting at, $500,000 all the way up to $5 million. You've got Blue Heron in here, all the custom home builders. And as I walk my way around, I'm going to show you this basketball court and take you right into the splash pad, where I'm going to probably end this tour, but you got to stay for the splash pad. The splash pad is so much fun. And so, we're here at the basketball court, and you've already seen just a small piece of Southern Highlands and why a lot of people like it. And like I said, I'm going to take you back into the splash pad here, and where people were enjoying their day, getting wet, having some fun. And here is the splash pad. Even that puppy's having fun today. So once again, we're talking about the best neighborhoods in all of Las Vegas. And, so we went ahead and we've shown you, Henderson, Summerlin, Lake Las Vegas, now Southern Highlands. And before I go, even though I'm not going to do a tour of that subdivision, on the other side, outside of Las Vegas, there's a community called Boulder City. And you can go on my website and look at the homes on Boulder City. Boulder City's up and coming, I would say. It's out of the way. It's on the other side of, it's outside of Henderson, on the other direction. People seem to be going there now to get out of Las Vegas. So if you don't want to be in the city, Boulder City would work for you. So once again, we were talking today about the best neighborhoods in all of Las Vegas. Let me clean. Is there stuff on my screen? I think there was. And so once again, in order, and I'll actually do it in this order so that people can get an idea of where it ranks. You have the number 1 master plan community, which is Summerlin. You've got Henderson, which sometimes ranks in the top safest cities in America. You're gonna have, I'll say this one here, number 3 is Southern Highlands, where we're at today. Then Lake Las Vegas on the outside of town. They don't have schools or grocery store shopping there yet. And then of course, way out, if you're looking to get out of the city, is gonna be Boulder City. So once again, you got Summerlin, you got Henderson, Southern Highlands, Lake Las Vegas, and Boulder City. Go on our website. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out, ask James Meadows, William Dawson, or Xander Shaw. We all specialize in home sales here. If you're looking for a home, if you're looking to move, to relocate, or just have questions, leave a comment below and we'll get back to you, and I'll see you on the next tour. So today we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and I am up at one of the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas. I'm up at Lake Las Vegas, and I'm actually gonna take you guys for a walk down to the lake. It's literally gonna just take us like 3 minutes, but I wanted to start up here with the homes to show you what the neighborhood might look like and what your home might look like. This is more affordable. These are the homes that are probably in this neighborhood starting around, like 400,000 or 500,000. But when you talk about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, once again, they normally have a center point like around parks. They normally have a center point along golf courses. We're gonna walk right past the golf course here in a second and down to that water. So once again, we're at Lake Las Vegas. In literally 3 minutes, you guys are gonna see not only just this neighborhood behind me, you have a chance to see these homes. You're gonna have a chance to see, this is just a simple gated community, and we're gonna be walking right down through the golf course to the water right now. But the thing about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas that you're gonna notice is that they all have those things in common, just like the safest neighborhoods, which is gonna be the golf course, the parks, master plan communities. Now check this out. We are walking down to the lake, and you're gonna see a golf cart trail right here. That's that sign coming up in front of us. And that sign is for the Reflections Bay golf course. There's actually 2 golf courses up here. One is the Reflection Bay golf course, and the other one is gonna be for the South Shore Country Club. So once again, we are up here walking and exploring, and we're actually gonna go to the lake right now, to the water. But we're talking about the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and they all have typically master plan community, once again, golf courses, gated communities, everything super nice and sweet. The only thing about Lake Las Vegas, there's no grocery store, just a small one, and there's no schools up here. So the only thing that people complain about with Lake Las Vegas is that they don't have the amenities, but you do get all of this. Now remember, we're gonna cross the street, we're gonna go down to the water and give you guys a chance to see the lake itself, but I just wanted to give you guys a few more stats while we're walking. So you have Lake Las Vegas. The only downside probably is they don't have the schools, they don't have the grocery stores. Now Henderson was actually rated the #1 safest community, I think just 2 years ago, by the FBI. And we're actually in Henderson. So when you're in Lake Las Vegas, you're actually part of Henderson. You're just in a separate side of Henderson. Literally all we're gonna do now is we're just gonna walk down to the clubhouse. So we are at Reflections Bay. That was the golf course behind me. We are literally heading, you can start to see those multi-million-dollar homes across the street, and we're just walking across the parking lot of Reflections Bay golf course so I can show you the lake view. And once again, if you want to see what's probably one of the best things about Lake Las Vegas is you can walk it, you can bike it, you can drive it, you can do anything you want here in Lake Las Vegas as far as just getting around. It's so easy, and you can tell this part of the video is only 5 minutes long, and all we did was walk from that house through a golf course and now down to the lake. So once again, as you can start to see, we're gonna start heading over here just to the edge. It's only 30 seconds, so hang in there with me. In 30 seconds, it just drops off to the lake. And that's the other part of the golf course, Reflections Bay. And then you'll be able to see down to the other part of Lake Las Vegas. So once again, here we are at Lake Las Vegas. We're gonna walk up to the edge, where you can start to see the water. And remember, this goes for miles in all directions. You see people kayaking down there, boating already, enjoying golf, everything you can possibly think of here in Lake Las Vegas. So if you have an active lifestyle and you're into hiking or biking, kayaking, paddleboarding, whatever it is that you can possibly think of, you're probably gonna find it right here at Lake Las Vegas. And you can definitely see, if you zoom in a little bit, there's a lot of people out there kayaking today and biking and hiking and having a good time. So once again, we're talking about the safest neighborhoods. You can't talk about the safest neighborhood or the best neighborhoods in Las Vegas without talking about Lake Las Vegas. It was also voted one of the best in Las Vegas. It's in the top 5. Once again, you got Lake Las Vegas. Summerlin normally comes in number 1, Henderson, Southern Highlands, and Boulder City.